could have got as much as 70. That's it, nothing much to say really. I'll ease back in, I'll get there. So that's that. 6A, that would have stopped me if I took 64. The better entry would be 69 now, but again the volume has put me off a bit in terms of showing exhaustion volume without the exhaustion upside. And 6B is going in our direction. So if I just hit 14, I'd be up 3 there. If I take 67.5, I'd be up I'd be up $75 on 6C now, and I'd be up, let's see, 3 times 6.25. I'd be up $18.75 on 6B, which has now just become 25, and I'd be up direction. So showing exhaustion volume. So if I just hit 14, I'd be up 3 there. If I hit 67.5, I'd be up I'd be up $75 on 6C now, and I'd be up, let's see, 3 times 6.25. I'd be up 18.25, and which means 80. So I'd be sitting on 105 now, gross, which when you take off commissions is 95. Unfortunate. So I have to decide whether this is good still, this 6A. I didn't like it, so I didn't take it. 6B, I'd be up 5 ticks now. I'm still looking for the reversal, especially with volume has thrown me off today. Whether I want to be paying attention to volume or not now is another issue. So I'm going to pause for now and see what happens. Back in a bit. So I just got filled on 6B in the other direction, to the direction that we were talking about, because I've seen the volume, the exhaustion volume to the downside, upside volume plus the reversal candlestick. So plain this is a failure of this HSR that held this price action based HSR that held this price based HSR plus the whole number. So we got that, looking for stops above here, which is 2 ticks above, 5% above this high as measured from this high to this low. Let's see how that works out. Not great, because I see this short from 69, we would be 5 ticks for 5 risk in favor on that if I had done that, but there was no volume confirmation. We just spoke about 6B. 6C, we could have shorted, as I said, from 67.5. I would still be in now. Don't see a way out there yet. So we'd still be in that with $80 of profit. And that's it on those 3. So we're going to get back in the groove. If I lose today, that's fine. I will have a look at 6E and 6J passively, but I'm not trading those. And we'll see how we go. Pausing for now. We're getting some movement now finally in 6B after waiting for 45 minutes. So we'll see how this ends. Any sign of hesitation or anything, I'm out according to the plan. So I'm going to watch and see what happens there. I won't bother consuming tape. I will pause the video for now. Oh, I should mention, 6A would have messed me about, repeated stops. 69 could have got out for 60, no, that would have just, so lots of, would have been chopped on 6A if I attempted that several times. 6C, I would have got out somewhere down here after such an extended, from 67.5. I wouldn't have, when I've seen this bearish 56.5 to 1, I imagine I would have been out there. On a fuller bar, will be what it does above, if it can keep its head above 15. But for now it looks good. I can't really justify taking it off other than to not lose profits. I'm going to watch it above 15, and if it should peak its head above 15 and not do much, then I'll just get out for 14, which is 9 ticks for 8. Also because this was the trigger for the short side, so got to be really careful there. So I'm going to pause for now, be ready to take it off, and be back in a bit with the result. I flipped over charts and then realized that it did actually peep above 15, so I should have been out at 14. I'm not sure how that happened, because I was on the chart, it didn't show. Maybe it went up to 16 while I wasn't there. So I'm hoping it's going to get up there now and take me out at 14. Let's see. Showing 14 on the ask. Okay, there I go. Great. So I'm out of that. 6B, lot for 9 for 8. It can go wherever it wants now. I know, you could have waited and stuff, but that's the best course of action. We're getting back into this. Good risk to reward for my model. It gave signs of an exhaustion signal, so I did that. Up $51.45, an hour and 20 minutes into the day. I could have taken 74 short here on 6A, but as I said, I would have got chopped in here, trying to choose the entry, so I avoided all that. And of course 6C was the big miss of the day, so I'm going to label that out. It may be the end of my day. I'm going to pause for now and have a think and keep watching for a bit. Back in a bit. Okay, here's the spreadsheet. Pretty good today. Mostly dark green, strong, some moderate, which is good. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Less aggression, but just more overall poise and emotional control. I felt good about today, returning back to what I know, what I'm good at, and grinding it out slowly. Let's not forget, $51 in an hour and 20 minutes is whatever that is, 51. Not that I'm going to keep an eye on this because that's dangerous, but divided by 80 is this much per minute, times by 60 is $38.50 an hour. It's a shame. It's going to take time to start drawing this kind of money, but fast forward 2 months from now, And if I keep this up, I'll be making 250, excuse me, $250 to $500 or thereabouts per week on 2 hours trading in Central European time morning. And that's great. Like, and then fast forward a year or 2 or 3 from now, and if I'm doing this with 10 contracts, then I'm making $2.5 grand to $5 grand per week, which would be awesome. So that's that. What else? Save this. So what did we do? 6A entries all over the place, would have been stopped, and then got this one for, you would currently be up $100, so minus 50 plus 100, that's a washout so far there. I skipped all of those, there. Yeah, eventually got to it, let's see, 4 trades between A and C in the first hour. And then 6B, I took the trade I was supposed to take, I exited that, in theory. A3, and 6B, 1, yeah, so 5, you would have ended up with 110 plus 56.25 minus 5 lots of the commissions are steeper, as I mentioned. 5 times 480, you'd end up with 142.25. The problem with this is, can you take everyone? When you take 1, 2 losers in a row, will you still take that third winner? And I know that that's easier said than done. And so I prefer to grind and keep the drawdown low, because it's very easy for the wheels to fall off if you're shooting all over. Not to mention the fact that probably I've had to be in 3 instruments simultaneously. I'm going to book today. This very well may go to its target of 35, but that doesn't matter. And that's it, so I'll be back here tomorrow.